G'day guys, welcome to another ride with the Everyday Zwifter. It's stage 4 of OG racing on the London Loop. And this is the one that includes Box Hill. Those hills, not my favourite. So let's go and see what we can do. Usual quick start from some riders, but there's one in the orange there, he just keeps going and he keeps going and he goes right off the front. But most of us are like, well, we'll just go our normal fast pace and reel him in when the time comes. Be very unlikely that you could sit at the front for a whole race like that in Cat C. It's been 9 days since my last race. I had a cold since I did stage 3. Been off the bike completely until today. So this is the first race back. And just seeing where we're at, not completely better, but 90% I'd say. Just really wanted to get some effort in the legs before the weekend when we have a go at the FRR race, which is around Neokio, which is nice and flat apart from the rooftop. So this one's also pretty flat, a few lumps and bumps at the start, but nothing of any major consequence. Right in the Canyon Aero Road with the NV 7.8 wheels, just for my best effort up Box Hill. Being able to sit in now, we've reeled in that front rider, and now we're just taking it relatively easy until we get to Northumberland Avenue, and just we'll see what happens there. Anytime I can keep a heart rate under 150, you know it's not going too hard. There wasn't any other riders that I really knew in this race at all, so it was very unknown as to what might happen. So we get to Northumberland Avenue and it doesn't go too crazy. I'm able to stay in touch reasonably comfortably. I use the feather just to make sure I'm comfortable and stay in touch. You see the train behind as people and concertina back in and form a nice front group of about 20. So as we cross the river now and head into the underground, we start what turns out to be the second half of the race. And everyone's thinking about how we're going to attack Box Hill. There's this first little section which is a bit lumpy and bumpy, but then it flattens off again before you get to the hill proper. And the constant 7% gradient. Yeah, fairly quickly I realised I don't think I'm going to be able to hang on to these guys. I'm not as fit as I thought. I'm just going to try and sit around this 3.3, 3.5 watt a kilogram mark and see where I end up. There's always a rider up the road who acts as the carrot. Just see if you can catch them. See if I can catch them. But my heart rate's slowly edging up and the legs are slowly getting heavier. So I've managed to catch one, managed to catch two around this hairpin. Now I'm just telling myself, I just got to hang on. I'm at the back of the group here and I really don't want to let this group go because they're going to be my ticket to speed going the downhill. put in a bit of a surge, try and catch up. But as it turns out, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and I've had to have a rest. But I had in my mind some words from Max Wilco. It's just don't stop, don't stop. So I keep going at a reduced rate and I slowly build up again and manage to keep the gap to the next rider in front to 7 seconds. And I'm hoping to keep that and maybe just close it down ever so slowly so I've got someone to go over the top with. So I'm slowly getting it down, and I know that it will level off once we get close to the top. You can see it on the mini-map now. And I know it's easier to close on the hill than the flat, so I put in a bit of an effort there. Close it down. And I would have been happy to stay here, but somehow I just kept flying by, so I thought, alright, I'll pick up the next rider. And I'm just trying to get in his draft, which happens now. There's one more little uphill section to go, so we're not going too crazy. And I can see there's another rider at 10 seconds. I'm wondering, well, I wonder if the two of us can close that down. So I'm happy to do a little bit of work on the front. Just push it a little bit. I've got the feather again that I picked up over the top, so let's crank it. And then I noticed that the gap was closing really closely, so I kept pushing. Picked up Mac. Should have kept pushing and would have caught onto Waller, but I thought, oh, well, the two of us would probably catch him up. I managed to hit my max heart rate for the race at the top of that hill at 180, which is pretty well as high as I go. I think Waller's got a few kilos on us though, so he's flying down the hill in the super tuck, whereas we're a bit messier, lighter riders, and we're not quite coordinating our super tuck. You see, I roll into the back of Mac here, and then I get you get auto braked if you're coming in too quick. But we got some good rest in, even though with a few spurts to keep the speed up, and the heart rate's down in the mid 150s again. And all of a sudden it's only 2 kilometers to go. So coming up to this escalator, and I was going to see how Mac was going. I thought he was going pretty hard, and the two in front weren't going very hard, so we caught up to them as well, which was nice. They really proved the point in this race. If you put the punch in on those hills, you can make up positions if the riders aren't too far away. The heart rate was remaining stubbornly high though, and wasn't feeling the best, so I was just happy to sit in the wheels here. Now I'm not sure if Mac's a sprinter or not, but he decided he'd push off a little bit here, and that really got the other two going. I thought I'll try and follow, but they just really didn't stop. I thought, well, I'm not going to go too far into the red. I want to save my recovery for the weekend. So we just trying to lean behind Mac, and I just let him get that position. And that was stage 4 OG Racing, London Loop. So I got the badge, did all the 4 stages. Trying to scroll up to see who got in first place, but it kept scrolling down to where you finished, which is annoying. So power numbers, nothing outrageous, and you can see that heart rate there at the top of the comm. there's a Canyon Aero Road with the MV 7.8 wheels, which served me well, and I'll probably use that a little bit more. Maybe in the FRR race on the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.